And good morning. It is 16 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, we have Board President Jason Garcia and John LeMay back with us. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Good.
How's the week going for you all?
We're at Friday.
Yeah. Just thank God it's Friday.
That's right.
Well, and in all fairness, thank God it's Friday. We actually have a busy weekend for folks.
Yes.
With the Historical Society. I know we talked to Donna a couple week or two ago here, and of course we've had to Amy here. But this Sunday is the book signing meet and greet with Donna Blake Burchell. Her latest book, which is called New Mexico Ghost Towns.
Right.
She's going to be there. John's going to be there too, signing. Well, not her books, but his books.
His books.
Yeah, Donna and I co-wrote a book together, so I think we'll be signing that one. The Hidden History of New Mexico, which has been out for a while now.
Gotcha. Yeah, you guys, and we always make the joke, she's kind of the version of you down in Carlsbad and vice versa. But,
I was in the Historical Society yesterday, and I didn't realize how many new books that both John and Donna have there.
Sure.
Just the one that she's going to be promoting, but...
Absolutely, yeah, and if you want, I know with John, if you want to venture outside of New Mexico history a little bit and venture into some of his other genres of books, particularly if you like Godzilla, stuff like that, he's got some interesting stuff. Not on the Historical Society's website, but online.
But they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. But you can ask about them on Sunday here. But that'll be 2 to 3:30. Donna and John will be there. They're going to be a short presentation about the book. It's anytime we have an event there's usually snacks, refreshments, and treats and goodies and things like that. And of course, if you want to talk to the authors, either John or Donna here, and that's the fun part is you get to sit back and I know you do, and I know Donna just loves talking with folks about various subjects and things when it relates to the history here, and I'm sure you guys get stories from other people. Like saying, y'all talking about this section, and they probably relate to some stories that their family have from that part of the country or something like that. I'm sure you get that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot of good ideas.
Yeah, things like that.
Put it in your queue just in case.
Note to self. But absolutely. So come on out 2 to 3:30 this Sunday, and it's going to be at the Archives facility, which is right next door to the museum there, 208 North Lee Street there. So yeah. You want to talk a little scholarships real quick?
Well, first thing I'd like to mention is the mission of the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico.
I don't go in order. That's how
it's
I'm all over the map.
The main thing is for people to know is that our whole existence is to preserve and promote history, particularly for Southeast New Mexico. And so part of that is sharing the information with the youth, and that's where we have our youth tours and things like that. But we also have to maintain those facilities, and so we're constantly working on projects to keep them up in good working order. And so we encourage you, if you can support us in any way.
Absolutely.
We've got this loose change drive that's ongoing. We appreciate any donation.
Yeah, you drop a couple quarters in there, $1 or whatever you got, and we've already collected several grand just from people doing that.
Change, that helps us get by. And so anybody that wants to make a small donation, we'll take it.
And every little penny of it goes to programs and
put to good use
and uses there at the Historical Society.
Definitely, good stewards of that money. And then, like you mentioned, we've got the Historical Society scholarships coming up. Mm-hmm. We give away scholarship money to high school seniors and even Youth Challenge cadets who graduate.
Yeah.
And
there's most of it, and there's different categories. So if you're pursuing STEM-related career fields, there's a category for that. Arts and humanities, I believe, history, obviously, and then one of the big ones, which everyone that applies gets in consideration for, is the character.
Right.
And that's pretty broad, as far as your scholarships, but we're looking for good, well-rounded, people of character to apply for that one.
Yeah, so the one thing that we need to make sure that people know is our deadline is the 1st of April. So we need to get
about a month.
Yeah, I got about a month to get your application turned in, and then we'll start the reviewing process.
Absolutely. But if you go to Roswell, nmhistory.org, you'll find the information and the application and everything there. But it will turn into a pumpkin there April 1st. So by close of business there April 1st, get those applications in.
Right.
And I will tell you this, competition is stringent. We have some very well qualified candidates from really all over the state. It's not just Southeast New Mexico. We get applicants from
Right.
all over New Mexico, and we got some really good students that apply for this. So they make it very difficult for our selection committee to find the right. They put them through the ringer to get them to get the right candidates for these scholarships.
Well, it's amazing how much talent there is out there.
Absolutely.
And some of them are just recognizing that they can write.
Yeah.
If they put their mind to it, and it's really entertaining for the committee to read through these applications, and sometimes it's really difficult to make a determination because we are limited on how many scholarships we can give, but
Sure.
you'd like to recognize all of them.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, that's the hard part.
Right.
It's like they're all deserving,
Sure.
And it's but please get and we. I say it's been a great success over the years. We've got some wonderful students that have received the scholarship, and it's always come back. We see them and talk to them. It's not like here's $1,500 and good luck to you.
Yeah, it's not fire and forget.
Yeah.
We definitely stay in contact with those that we can, and a lot of them will reach back and they're very appreciative, and
Sure.
so that's really rewarding in itself.
Absolutely. So again, RoswellNMHistory.org is the website. Deadline to get your application in is April 1 here.
Yes.
What else did we want to make sure? I know there's a couple of things.
I want to encourage visits. So we're doing visits and tours of the Historical Society and Archive by appointment.
Yes, personalized, private.
Personalized,
tours.
yeah. I mean, and it makes it a little bit more special. It's a lot of fun, and so you just have to call down there, and we will get one of our docents or volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the same thing, but
No, we pay. No, I'm just kidding.
and they'll come down and give you a personalized tour of the entire facility. So
Awesome. And like I said, it is kind of better because when you get in a big group, there might be questions and things you don't get a chance to ask because it's just not time or a lot of people here. It's you and your group. It's like, what's that hanging over there? Oh, and they'll be able to tell you. Or why did they do it that way? And they can tell you.
Well, just the other day, Fred Boggs gave a tour to some folks that came through, and they had a real eye for the carpentry and things like that. And he pointed out some things that I had never noticed. The pocket doors are built to really have a tight seal.
Okay.
And so if you look at the close at the woodwork, they're built so that they fit together and seal up that room. And so, I mean, just little things like that are really cool.
Sure. Well, that goes back to that point. They don't build them like they used to.
They don't build them like they used to. That's for sure.
It's sad but true.
Unless you might pay a little extra.
It's true. Yeah, you could, but yeah, you're paying for it. But again, just reach out, call us, or shoot an email, historydirector@outlook.com to our executive director Amy, and we'll get something set up for you. Get those tours done. Youth groups,
Yes.
families.
Well, we've got a lot of
any
events
that stuff.
coming up. You just got to keep your eye out and as we advertise. And so we encourage you to stay plugged in with us because
Absolutely.
we always have something new coming up.
Absolutely, and of course, you can always. One great way to stay plugged in is become a member. Which,
That's right.
Which we have various levels of membership, whether you want to do it as an individual or a couple or a family or a corporate sponsorship level. All those are available. Various levels, degrees, of course, on what your amenities of being a member is part of, and then also don't forget that archives facility is available for rental for the public too. So if you've got you need a meeting space that seats about 75 people capacity with full kitchen, all that, we have a facility that can meet your needs there. So.
Yes.
Good deal. Is there anything else we missed?
And John here?
John?
I'll just give you a preview of like some of the stuff Donna's going to talk about Sunday.
Give us a preview on Sunday.
Just to entice people. So, her book's going to be on ghost towns from across the whole state.
Right.
But I'm sure she'll emphasize the ones more of interest to us in our little corner. For instance, I bet you she'll talk about Phoenix. That's Phoenix without the O, outside of Carlsbad.
Okay.
It was this little town they built specifically just for drinking and gambling. And supposedly
debauchery town.
It supposedly though had like an underground tunnel.
Oh wow!
So that way you could enter and exit the town without being seen.
Nice.
And it had
They thought of everything.
Yeah, how convenient.
And I think it had something to do with the governor at the time, which was Hinkle, I think. And maybe I'm mixing it up with another town, but he was the one I think at the time who had like outlawed gambling or something, so they were going to name the town Hinkle, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm mixing it up. There's some sort of story there, but yeah, so she'll talk about that, I'm sure. And even though what's cool though too is even though the book is New Mexico ghost towns, it actually has our little schoolhouse Fraser right on the front cover, which
Oh,
is cool.
cool.
So
Yeah.
That's cool. So get a copy if you haven't picked up a copy here, and she'll sign it. But I think, and that's what I love about these books, and I think everyone would be into them. People say that into history and stuff, but don't tell me you wouldn't love to hear a story about a ghost town that was devoted to drinking and gambling, that was, built on the DLs, basically.
That's right.
That sounds pretty cool to hear that story. So.
yeah, and like Jason said, she's done actually quite a few new books that she hasn't spoken on. Like ones like, I can't remember what it's called, like Roadside Gems of New Mexico or something.
Oh,
So
nice.
she
Okay.
has a lot of new stuff that we have in stock. So
Okay.
The one that I noticed that I'm going to go pick up is the forts of New Mexico. And I kind of flipped through it, and I couldn't believe how many military forts there were from the old West days.
Yeah, I would imagine,
Yeah, it's
between
amazing.
Yeah, and real quick, we're about out of time, but just a quick plug. If you've never been down to Fort Stanton and everything, go check that out.
That's
That is, that was one of those things. You go to Lincoln all the time, but
Right.
but about a year ago, I finally took the time to go. I mean, we drove by it a bunch of times, but to stop, see the museum, see the barracks, see the
They've
the
done a good
campus.
job with it.
It's amazing, that campus, and there's so much history there. You don't realize how much went on at that place till you get there, and because it really covers. It's not just Billy the Kid. It's all the way up to World War One, and
And it's well maintained, too.
yeah, from pretty much the history between the Civil War up to World War One. There's a ton of history regarding World War Two, actually, too, with the POW MI. It really. It's pretty fascinating stuff. Worth
Right.
checking out.
So preserving and promoting history, that's what we're here for.
Come out this Sunday, 2 to 3:30. That'll be at the Archives Facility, 208 North Lee. If you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to check out our website, roswellnmhistory.org, or email our executive director, historydirector@outlook.com. Do you guys know the number to the office? I never remember the number to the office.
I think it's 622-8333.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right. I never remember
I
it,
never
so-
call that number.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I never call. But good deal. Is there anything we missed? Did we get all?
I think we covered it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys here. I'll probably see you in a few days or next week.
See you
or
on
whenever.
Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see you on Sunday.
There you
Yeah,
go.
perfect. So thank you guys, and we'll see you then, okay?
All right. Take care.
All right. Have a good weekend.